You know we went to PV.
Mm-hmm.
I know you know a lot of people from PV.
A lot, yeah.
And I know you went to Rice. I know you hooped at Rice.
Yeah.
So, man.
Oh, yeah, bring that up.
Gosh,
perfect time to bring that up.
I hate the argument. I hate how HBCUs and PWIs, I hate how black people collide with that. I hate how we just look at each other. Like, what's wrong with us, fam? Like, I'm not even asking the question how it's written. I'm just saying, what's wrong with us? Like, I think it's so stupid.
I think that's a lot of propaganda as well. A lot of HBCUs, right? They're historically owned, funded to this day, and historically by white people, right? There are a lot of them. So you have like Tuskegee, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that was funded by a black person. I'm sure there's a lot of them all over the country, but a lot of them though they're just white schools for black people, and they're just segregated, which I don't have a problem with. So, black people have a specific experience at HBCUs,
yeah,
and don't necessarily have the national prestige from non-black people when they go to these great universities that are HBCUs. And I think some people look at these black people to go to PWI schools, and there just may be some type of disconnect. And I can tell you why, because a lot of the experiences that black people have at HBCUs, I didn't have. Like, I don't have like Omegas walking down. You know what I'm saying? Walking down the inner loop at Rice or whatever, and walking down the hedges or stuff like that. But we did have like, it was a wet campus. It wasn't dry. You know what I mean? We did have co-ed dorms. Like, I pretty much lived with women.
So
like
y'all was doing a lot of fucking.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Don't get me in trouble.
Like the professor just like, hey, come downstairs. We got tacos and beer. You know what I mean? Like so it's a totally different experience. But I think when it comes to prestige, right? Because that's pretty much what schools are in general. I think it goes back to the socialization of black people being kind of like at the lower total pole or feeling like it. And people that go to HBCUs look at everybody else like, it's a chip on my shoulder type of thing. Like, I'm in competition with you. Because me, like, I ain't never felt any kind of way about it. I just knew we didn't have Greek culture. Yeah. I knew we didn't have a lot of black people. So all the black people clicked up and hung together. Right. We fuck with black people. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, and that makes sense, man. But I think the competition that you're speaking about, I think it was something that it manifested based on people's perceptions of shit. It's kind of it's kind of like, all right, with Dallas and Houston as far as the football teams. Like, I ain't like before I got to college, I ain't had no beef with Dallas Cowboys. We love the Cowboys. And then when I got to college and boys were just like really talking down on Houston, I'm just like,
you like, I want specifically Dallas.
You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck the Cowboys. And it's kind of like the same thing with PWIs in comparison to HBCUs. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you talk to a lot, like I talk to a lot of parents or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, and even when I was in school, you'll talk to people, they'll be like, I'm not sending my kid to Prairie View because it's a party school. You're not going to learn nothing. You're going to end up being pregnant. You're going to get, it's number one leader in STDs, all this other hoopla bullshit that's not true. You know what I'm saying? But then when you start talking about places like Rice, it's so cool. The campus is so beautiful. like niggas don't be out that hoe getting like fucking and sucking and drinking and shit and all that other shit. Like popping, I'm gonna send my kid to UT. UT is sitting right there by a street that has nothing but clubs on it, and you're talking about Prairie View was a party school
with nothing
Are
to do.
you serious? But and see that those type of talks, they manifest that fucking competition, and that's when he's just like, well, I gotta bigging up my shit. That's when that pro black shit's coming. And I gotta bigging up my shit right then. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause my school was good, bro. Like, we got one of the top engineering
in America.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's my reference for Prairie View, by the way.
Yeah.
Engineering, my reference for TSU was law.
Law at TSU is dope.
That's me. I know that if I just grab some random person at Rice and ask them about Prairie View or TSU, it'd be different.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not oblivious to what the disconnect is. I think you brought up a good point though, as far as parents, where they would like their kids to go, maybe neighbors, uncles, cousins, and all that kind of stuff, and it just rolls all the way.
Yeah.
Or it rolled down from the past. You know what I mean? I can't really answer that question which one.
Yeah.
But I've seen that experience you spoke about. I can imagine what it was like, years ago. So
it's so wild. Like I think more so for us that go to HBCUs, we'll look at the black people that went to PWIs and be like, man, y'all niggas missed out on the culture. Y'all niggas bullshitting. And then the black folks at PWIs like, well, shit, y'all niggas missed out on this education and network. And I'm like, well, shit, wait a minute. Nigga, we all on the same team. Like, fam, if because we have both, well, for our respective companies, we have both sat on the interviewer side and interviewed people. So we know, when I see a black person interviewing, and I be like, oh, man, I hope this, I don't care where he from. I ain't even looked at his resume yet. Yeah. I just hope that they on point.
Yeah, don't stutter, don't do all that extra.
I just hope that they have it together because I want to big up, I'm pro-black. Yeah, I don't care where you, and I look and I'm like, okay, he went through U of H. Don't care. Cool. What are you involved in? Cool. And he looks good. Yeah. And I do the same. Oh, he went to HBCU. We got a little more connect there. But nigga, I'm looking at you. You still black. I still want you to win. Like,
you still need to get your stuff.
I be looking, but I just be looking at people like, fam, wait a minute. Involve me in your network, fam. If you from PWI and I'm from HBCU, we should be like this. Like, I don't there shouldn't be an issue.
I agree.
If you just chose to go to PWI, shit, you just did. That's where you want to go to school.
Focusing on that stuff just distracts you from what the goal of going to college even really is. Right. The goal is to get a piece of paper at the end of the day, and focusing on that, all that other stuff just distracts you from that. Because the way I looked at it, the only difference between an HBCU and a PWI is that if I went to an HBCU, they would give me a little more leeway of what the getting the acceptance requirements were. Yeah. Trying to get into somewhere like Rice, you got to have a higher GPA. Trying to get in PV, they give you a little more grace. You can get in with a lower GPA.
Right.
That's the
Rice
only way.
Different,
but the education is the same.
But and that part doesn't matter for us. Us four on this podcast, the stipulations to get in. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was top 10% in my school.
Well, I'm just saying that's the only.
I'm just saying like ain't nobody's an idiot right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know I could have went to any school I wanted to in Texas.
Yeah.
You know,
me too. Yeah, me
you know,
too.
I
wanted to be around my people. I just PV. Yeah,
I just wanted to be there. Yeah. That's all.
I was tired of being in Cinco. I
was like, all right, I'll be further away from home where my mama ain't breathing down my neck, but I won't get too far to where I can get to it.
The funniest thing, you said it earlier about LSU, and like, man, I'm gonna talk about it, bro, because about UT. My bad. I'm thinking about LSU because I'm finna bring them up. But like, y'all know, my wife went to LSU. Yeah, man, we both went to high school together, black high school. We went to Eisenhower, right in the middle of Acres Home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to her homecoming, fam. Completely different, man. It's a dope vibe. The campus is clean the very next day, by the way. I was like, what the hell? This did not look like this.
LSU.
Okay,
gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Campus clean the very next day. She come to PV and she was like, man, this is like the biggest fucking family reunion I've ever seen. Like, I love it.
That's what it is.
And I'm like, yeah, Shay, like, this is like HBCU, PWI. I don't care where you go. You come to PV homecoming, you're black. Well, it don't matter if you're black or not because we've seen what's the bald headed dudes being they do monks. It'd be monks running around.
Yeah, it'd be monks.
Like, bro, we treat you. We treat you well.
We had anger in that hoe.
I say that because people be like, man, like you brought it up, like, bro, UT is right next to 6th Street. I had a parent tell me, well, my son going to LSU because they don't party like that. And I'm like, no, wait a minute. I know about Chimes. I stumbled out of Chimes when I went out there. Chimes is dope. like you're gonna get lit.
You talking about?
Just say you didn't go to college. Just say you didn't go to college.
Yeah,
and
like
you don't know the
do
experience.
that.
That's it,
Because
we can talk about that all day.
Because
it's just,
what
you didn't go to
hold on.
college, so you don't know the experience.
Road tripping.
Everybody party. We all had cars.
Road trip.
We went to
so many.
We went to
different-
Oklahoma State, bro. We was in that hole.
It's the
lit,
same party.
boy.
One place they listen to Maroon 5. At one school they listen to Maroon 5 at the parties. At the other school we listen to motherfucking DJ Chose or Rogers.
Let's talk about
what
like
they was
some weird PWI shit, right? So we got this thing called Baker 13. So Rice is split up. We don't have we don't have fraternities. What they opted to do was you have houses like on Harry Potter or whatever, right? So I was in Hanson, but they have like Baker, Rice, just other houses, right?
Yeah.
That's why they co-ed.
Yeah.
So it's not like a men's dorm; it's your whole house. So it's men and women.
Okay,
right. Cool. Baker is one of those houses. So every month on the 13th or the 31st is Baker 13, where people streak, right? So, and you don't have to be from Baker to do Baker 13. You can be from any of the houses, but basically they put shaving cream on their body or whatever, which of course it comes off, but they streak across the whole campus.
Right.
And on Halloween is the biggest one, right? So we out on Halloween. When I say it's about 200 people doing Baker 13 my freshman year on Halloween.
Ooh-wee.
So they like pressing their boobs up against the glass. And
they
dudes running up and like tackling people, right? So like we walking up into Rice, one of the houses, and dude just like running. They get into character, right? So they're like zombies.
Right.
This dude literally ran up to us like he was about to tackle us and put shaving cream on. I was like, we on some weird PWI shit.
Yeah.
Like me and my teammates, we like, bro,
you'll get your ass mopped out here.
Straight up.
Say, bro.
like, fam, what are you doing? Like, I'm from Sunnyside. You from Zachary, Louisiana. My bro from Brooklyn. we don't do that shit.
No way.
Y'all boys true.
See, we was going to the graveyard. That's what I mean. That's what our tradition is like.
And I just hate the stigma. Like, fam, every college parties.
It's just different.
I don't care if it's a Christian university. They getting it in too.
Getting it in.
We went to Baylor.
Went to Baylor. Oh, we got it in.
We went to Baylor.
Got it in Baylor.
Come on, man. They doing it, man.
They were fighting that Baylor like tough though.
They doing it,
You forget that C in TCU. You forget what that's supposed to be.
Listen, they giving it up. Listen, they giving it up wherever you go, man.
Wherever you go, man. It's just like I've said before. I said it on Facebook a little while ago. I said like your education or your retainment of education pretty much depends on you.
That's what's real.
It depends on
education.
Yeah, it depends on you. Like what you get out of school, what you getting from it, and especially talking about a STEM field. STEM field, like all the information is the same.
Yep.
All the formulas and all the rest of that shit is all the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't change. There's no deviations, no derivatives and all that. All that. No, it's the same information. Either you got it or you don't.
You didn't.